Europe is getting absolutely cooked right now.
Europe is about to be hit by a wall of heat that could become one of the most dangerous weather events of 2026 so far.
People were terrified after the UK declared an extreme heat emergency. Hundreds of heat records are being broken daily. Thousands of schools are being closed. Public events are being cancelled.
A massive heat dome is expanding across the continent, pulling scorching air directly out of North Africa and locking it in place over millions of people.
And I live in this, a metal box. How do you stay cool in a heat wave in a van? Let me show you. It ain't easy, and you don't do much. I have everything open. I don't even put the fly nets on because that keeps heat in. So we just have everything open, flies come in and come and go as they please. I am parked in a little bit of shade, thankfully, but the sun's still coming in. And as you can see, if we go in the cab, even though my windows are open, it's 38 degrees in here. So I block that off. I very rarely keep the back doors open actually, so it's really nice to look through, but that is step one. Keep everything as open as possible so we get a little breeze come through. Step two, wear minimal clothing. The cat is off in the bushes somewhere keeping cool, so we just let her do her own thing. It's 28 in the back for comparison, so we are cooler inside than outside. Even though, as you can see, 28 is still rather warm. We have this set up in the shade to try keep cool. Now sit like this. It's very refreshing. I'm lucky enough to be on a site today. I'm in the New Forest, so there is lots of shade. If I was wild camping, which I usually do, and I was in a place where there wasn't shade, I would move, definitely. Today is not about solar. Days like today are about keeping cool, especially the cat. So I would drive to somewhere where there was shade and I could have a bit of respite, because the van's only staying cool because it's not in the blazing sun. It depends which way you park as well. So at the moment I'm parked with my door open facing the sun. If I wanted to keep it cool, I would spin it round. So the south facing would be on the window side, and then I'd shut the curtains. You've seen that I've already shut the cab off. If you do keep everything closed, it does actually stay cooler inside, but I like having it open. So yeah, basically just sit and melt is the solution. There's not much you can do about it. I don't have an awning. You are exposed to the elements in winter and in summer. And in summer, the heat is what you need to battle with, which is absolutely fine when you've got nothing to do. But tomorrow is an editing day, and that's going to be disgusting. That's going to be absolutely disgusting to edit in this. Have a hot laptop on your hot body inside the hot van. All part of the fun of living this way. But I haven't had to pay for rent or electricity or anything for 2 years, so it's not all bad. The site also makes this possible as well because I have unlimited water. I can go top up there, and I can just keep refilling this as much as I want. Again, if I was out wild camping, which is what I normally do, I've only stayed on 2 sites a year since I've done this, then water would be more scarce, I suppose, or at least if I didn't know where my next source was coming from and stuff like that, so that might be a consideration. Whereas here I can sit with my feet in nice cold water all day and it doesn't matter because I can just keep going to top up, and it doesn't matter how much water I use. Another thing that I change is that I basically don't cook. I do not put the oven or the hob on at all through the day. It's just too hot. I don't have an outside way to cook. I tend to eat salads or sandwiches or something like that, and I won't cook until maybe 10:30 at night, 10 o'clock at night, until it's cooled down, because I can't. It's too uncomfortable. Like it's already hot enough in there. Can you imagine putting the oven on as well? So maybe I need to invest in getting some outside cooking stuff, but at the moment, we don't do that. We just have sandwiches, salads, or something like that until the evening and it's cooled off, and then I'll cook. I also don't have, well, I shower in the evening anyway, but I don't put the hot water on until after it's got cold as well. Because again, putting the hot water on that truma heats the van up, so I don't do that until the evening either. But I like that, especially after a hot day. You wash off all the sweat before you get into bed. So yeah, I shower at night, but it's a bit later on days like this. Another very great thing is to come be around trees. Come into the forest, into the woods. Trees keep everything a lot cooler. There's a lot more shade. So if I'm parked somewhere where maybe there's not that much shade, but I'm near the woods, I will come into the woods. So I was parked in Oxford the other day, and I was going into them maybe 3, 4, 5 times a day. Just an hour, you know, find a shady tree, sit down and just enjoy cooling off that way, naturally, the way nature designed it. And I also like climbing and exploring the woods and climbing trees and stuff. So as you can tell, there's not really that much to be done unless you have an air conditioning unit. I have had a couple of brands offer me an aircon unit, but for several reasons I have not said yes yet. Mainly I don't want to cut another hole in my roof. How am I going to get the wire into it, because the build's already done and all of this jazz, and then you add extra height to the van, and for what? A handful of days a year? Like, we don't have many days like this in England, do we? In Spain it was fine. I only had a couple of days really where it was too hot to sort of leave the van. So basically you're just warm, because living in a van is living in line with nature, in line with the weather. You know, it's cold in winter, it's warm in summer. And you just gotta roll with it, get used to it, that's what it is. The bonus about the vans is at night time, it is cooler than houses. So during the day, you can keep houses a lot cooler if you shut the windows and you shut the curtains, especially south facing. Your house can stay cooler than outside. Whereas here, the van is just the set temperature of the outside. Oh, look who's come to see us. Hi, gorgeous. Whereas in the van, I still remember one of the first times I slept in it through summer, because I have a skylight above my bed. So you open the skylight, you turn the fan on to suck air in. So you're laying on the bed. There is a constant breeze coming on you. So it's actually much more pleasant in the evenings to sleep in the van. I find the van a lot cooler in a heat wave to sleep in than a house, but the houses are cooler in the day. So I've basically got to find ways to stay cool through the day. Mainly like just parking in shade. That's probably the best thing to do, park in shade, and you'll stay cool as can be. And the putting your feet in the bucket of water is very, very cooling. So if you do need to cool down, it's your ankles, your wrists and your forehead. I think if you run cold water over both your wrists for 7 seconds, that completely cools you down. It also reduces cortisol in the body. So there are ways to stay cool, but mainly we just chill, like this one, right? So she's got a fur coat on. She's not been in the van. She's sleeping in the in the bushes. She stays in the shade, and you just don't move as much. That's the trick, isn't it? You just don't do as much. And I'm living the life that allows that to be a possibility. She's gonna chill in the shade. I'm gonna chill in the shade, and we're going to do our best to remain cool and look forward to the evening when we can cook and have a shower. A little insight for you as to how we stay cool in the vans, living in a metal box in 36-degree heat waves. I haven't got to the point yet where the van is hotter than outside. The van has always been cooler than outside, and the cat does come in and lay on the floor to stay cool. So at least there is some respite. It's just not as cool as a house. If you know you're going to be in hot places and you're building one, put aircon in. It's probably not a bad shout. But there's always things like cold flannels. You can put cold flannels in the fridge and lay them on you if it really gets that bad. But like I said, it's only through the day. In the evenings, it is perfectly cool in the vans. It's lovely, actually. It's really, really nice. So while we're here, we'll give a huge shout out to the Patreon members and the YouTube members. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. You're absolute legends. These are literally keeping me on the road. Like, you guys keep me on the road. Love them all. Thank you for that. I am super grateful. If you would like to support the channel, you can do so on Patreon or YouTube memberships. And if not, I will catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace out and stay wild.